Now, if you have your North Node in Aries or in the first house, so this is going to be ruled by Mars. Mars is the planetary ruler here. So you are going to find the person that you attract is going to be athletic. Okay, they can be competitive, natural born leaders, someone who is very direct, someone who is very strong in nature. Now, you must know that you have your South Node in Libra. So this means that a lot of your time is devoted to other people. Libra is all about the other person. So a lot of your energy is involved in other people. And this could have been something that you would have experienced from a very early age in life, right? When it came to your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, your cousins. And then as you grew older, it's always involving the other person. And there can be a big need to people please and give your power away. When you meet this person, they're very direct. They're very energetic. This is someone who wants to take action. They're leaders. They can even decide to become entrepreneurs. This can be someone who's in business, ambitious and driven. Competitive too. They might be involved in like some form of sports, martial arts. We are talking about someone who is very has this Mars energy. And with Mars, it's very much God of War like type of energy. Okay. So when you meet them, you might not even like them at first. There might be a clash, right? You might be like, oh my goodness, because this person is very different from you. And what this person is doing is basically putting you more in alignment with your North Node, meaning they are helping your soul evolve, helping you stand up for yourself. They might even encourage you to do so, to stand up for yourself. They might be like, hey, you don't need to take everyone's nonsense. You know where to draw the line, or you don't have to take this from that person. They will teach you how to basically, say no. Okay. And like I said, you might meet them and you can have a clash with them at first. It can feel because this is Martian energy. You might not like them at first. And as you get to know them, there might be now you embracing this. Remember, the North Node is not our comfort zone. It's not what we are naturally drawn to. But our soulmate is there to help us grow and evolve. They're there to help us evolve when it comes to the parts of ourselves that we aren't developed yet. Right? We don't necessarily have the skill to understand yet. And it's through people and experiences that we grow and evolve into ourselves. So when you meet this person, like I said, direct, energetic, might be into sports, might have quite a physique about them, can be into martial arts, someone who's an entrepreneur, someone who's a natural leader, someone who people look to. Right? Maybe they call upon this person whenever they are dealing with a challenge. This is the person that basically takes it on. This is the person that sorts it out. Maybe, here's a good example. So say, for instance, everyone's devices needs a software update. This is the person that they go to because, hey, my phone isn't working. I need a software update. Do you know what to do with it? You get my point? This might be the person that people within the family will be like, you know what? How do we split up the finances? Okay. They are the natural leader. They are the person that people talk to. So maybe they would be the type of person if they want to buy maybe a tech device, right? They want to someone wants to buy a laptop, or someone wants to buy carpets. They want to buy curtains. They're going to go and ask this person, hey, do you know what the deal is? Do you know what to do? What do you think is the best solution for me? This would be someone in society that people look up to, right? Where they are calling upon this person either for some sort of leadership skill or advice that they feel that they have to guide them in some way. And this is to help you now tap into this energy. Okay, where will you meet them? You are going to meet them and you're going to have to put yourself nicely in the role of solo, meaning that when you are doing something by yourself, for yourself, completely. If you decide like, hey, it's been a long time since I've taken a vacation and a trip by myself, because you were taking it by yourself, you might meet them. Hey, I think I might just go and, I feel like I want to do this cooking class by myself. I'm not doing it with my friends. I'm not doing it with my siblings. I'm not doing it with family. I'm doing it by myself. It's something that you are doing by yourself. That is when you'll meet them. This is when you put yourself out into the world. You absolutely make the decision. And every time you make a decision as a North Node person, or even having North Node in the first house, you are activating that point. You are activating that point of your chart that says, hey, I'm open. So you're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to take on the role of doing things by yourself. This is like taking a trip or doing something, that you wouldn't normally do. It's all of a sudden you decide that you're going to do something a bit risky, like skydiving, taking a trip. Maybe you want to go on a road trip by yourself. You're going to do something by yourself. You want to go and do the cooking class by yourself. You are going into it solo. No one is there with you. This is something you deciding you're doing for you. Now, where can you meet them? You could meet them at a competitive sport. So any type of sporting event is where you could meet them. You could meet them in places also that encourage, leadership. So anything like a business meeting as well. This can even be a business meeting, a place for entrepreneurs, a place for people to, harness themselves, any place that deals with having to take on something by yourself is where you will meet them. So say if you are both going into, like, you meet this person at a coaching class and you're both were learning life coaching. You know what I mean? You're going into something very unknown and by yourself, and you might meet someone there at this exact place and time. It can definitely be the energy of, action, sporting events. You can meet them sometimes through, like, maybe you had an accident, right? Maybe you took a fall. Maybe you accidentally hurt yourself. And this would be the person that now you meet in the emergency room. Because this is Martian rule energy and Mars is linked to blood, right? It is linked to accidents when we're rushing and we get things done, but sometimes accidents happen. So you can literally meet this person when an accident happens, when, like I said, you took a fall, maybe you took a stumble and now you're in the emergency room and you meet them. You can meet them at places as well, like I said, sporting events, anything action orientated. Funnily enough, if it is a place full of debates, right? Debate teams, anything competitive. It can even be sometimes even lighthearted. It doesn't have to be so full on. It can be like, oh, we went to this, pub, and like sometimes they have at these pubs these different games that people play, right? Where everyone sits in a little group and everyone's playing game and they're in their little group. Yes, because there is a sense of competition in the air. And maybe you decided, hey, this is a team, maybe you decided to form. There's some form of leadership, or maybe you got invited into this team and it isn't something that you normally do. So there's a lot of like fun out there, risky energy, even adventures, doing anything adventurous, maybe you decided to go on a hike, very action orientated. You could also literally with this energy meet the person at the gym because you're moving your body. You are channeling that physical energy of Mars. So movement of the body, at the gym, hiking, sporting events, competitive events. This is a very exciting kind of energy. And like I said, they can have quite a physique too about them because Mars is like that reddish hot kind of planet. They can be, what we would call darker in tone or, like red, but they wouldn't be red. You know what I mean? Like tanned, if that makes any sense. So this is very much the type of person that is encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and to embrace this Aries nature that you have within you. Now, let me know down below if this would be someone that you're interested in. Has this happened to you? I've seen this in many charts. I have seen people meet someone through accidents, like taking a stumble, emergency rooms, taking solo trips. I have seen that, or deciding to go play pickleball, where you are now deciding to take part in an activity. Very interesting energy. Let me know down below in the comments. Does this resonate with you? Is this someone that you're interested in? Has this happened to you? And when you do comment, let me know your north node as well as the house, and I will respond to you, giving you some insights as well.